Hola, me llamo Andrea Prudencio. Tengo 18 años. Vivo y estudio en la ciudad de La Paz, Bolivia. Bolivia está en el centro de Sudamérica. What? Didn't get any of that? Need a translation? Probably think so. Let me start over. Hi, my name is Andrea Prudencio. I live in La Paz, Bolivia and study at San Andrews School. I am 18 years old. I will simply attempt to answer a complicated question. What makes me different? In order to fully respond to the question, I have divided my answer in 3 parts. The first aspect I consider that makes me different is my background. In other words, where do I come from? Bolivia, in the western part of South America, enclosed by 2 chains of the Andes, is a plateau called the Altiplano. La Paz City is located over 1,200 feet of altitude, and it's the highest administrative capital of the world. Famous in Spanish colonial days for its mineral wealth, modern Bolivia was once a part of the Inca Empire. After it was defeated by the Spanish in the 16th century, Bolivian Indian population was mostly reduced to slavery. Since then, people in Bolivia have lived in notorious separation. Indigenous versus white people, Collas versus Cambas. This means that people from the west are in opposition to the people from the east side of the country. Even in climate, Bolivia shows immense diversity, but in my opinion it only makes the country richer, and diversity shouldn't create division. However, nowadays the country seems more divided than ever because of the changes in the philosophy of the new government. In December 2005, Indian activist President Evo Morales won 54% of the vote in the presidential elections. This was an outstanding number because he has the support of all the indigenous people in the country. He was the first indigenous president that we have, and he is still in possession. His controversial coca leaf policy, his plans to limit foreign investment, and his close ties with the leftist governments of Cuba and Venezuela have predictably antagonized the United States. Nowadays, even President Evo Morales has referred to himself as the United States' biggest nightmare. The political situation is very controversial, since not all agree with our president and are willing to sacrifice much in order to slow down the first indigenous president of Bolivia. Mercado de los Brujos, or Witches Market, is a famous attraction in La Paz. It's a line of bizarre shops that holds witches, potions, sorcery, and other bizarre items.
Mucha arena, arcilla y también barro. Eso es lo que no, y es por eso que se toca en cualquier sector.
Valle de la Luna, or Moon Valley, is a place located about 6 miles from La Paz city center, and it's a maze of canyons, pinnacles, and craters that have been eroded by wind and water. Valle de la Luna, or Moon Valley, offers amazing sightseeing that represent craters that have been formed almost 10 million years ago. tight-knit and numerous family. I have almost 24 uncles and aunts and approximately over 40 cousins. I live with both my parents and 2 siblings. My sister Manuela is 15 and my brother Agustin is 10. My family has taught me infinite lessons, perhaps more than any other person. I have learned to be tolerant and to respect others' decisions, while I have learned to demand respect for my own differences. I have learned to smile and to have joy even in moments of misery. And most important, I have learned to love wholeheartedly. School. My school has been St. Andrew's School since I was 8 years old, stepping in for the first time in 2nd grade. It is a Catholic school. Although I haven't really absorbed religion, I have adopted many values and ethical principles that I have been taught over the years. The school is also characterized for having a set program, indifferent to student talents and interests. Obviously, this has a downside, but I found it very positive to be able to explore every subject, and I was passionate about almost everything I learned. In school, I have to say, I have always had outstanding grades. I feel this says a lot about how hard I work for what I want. I won't accept mediocre results because the effort I imprint in what I do is always pointing the higher. A teacher once told me that a genius is 2% talent and 98% hard work and perseverance. I feel I have talent, but I won't settle for that. After talking about my background, the next part of my answer refers to my future plans. In other words, where do I want to go? Well, for instance, I would love to travel. I love to getting to know new places and learning about different cultures. Also, I would love to teach my own culture because not many people are actually familiar with where Bolivia is or what is it about. One of my highest goals as an individual is to use my mind, my brain, as much as I possibly can. Ever heard that humans only use about 4% of their brains? This is something that really passionates me. Imagine how powerful we actually are. Imagine the undiscovered greatness of our being. I think we can break this barrier. I want to try. I want to learn without distinction. Over the years, I have involved myself in various and numerous activities. Not because nothing seems to fit me or I don't find what really is my passion, but because I love to learn a little bit about everything. For a greater development as a person, I also found that meditation and connection with the inner self is very helpful. So finally, the third part of my answer. Where am I now? Well, I'm just about in the middle, enjoying every day as it comes by, trying to link my past, where am I now, and the future I want for myself. Spirituality. Right now, I am trying to improve myself, trying to learn about other points of views. I am meditating and growing, and this is something I'm sure will continue in the future. I hope you learned a little bit more about a different culture as I try to explain what makes me different. Hopefully I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you!